We're in the cold intro part right now. We're cold introing. We're about to go live on RadioVegas.rocks. We should see the
Is the
video
silent thing
streams
the thing
happening.
with the moon?
It's a waxing gibbous.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing that waxing
I think I've waxed
gibbous
my
right
gibbous.
now.
I think I've waxed it.
I don't see us live.
Yeah, I'm just double checking
He's doing
Facebook
it
right now. It should be though. I just reconnected Michael Gagliano. Wait for it. Yeah, he's definitely live. Yeah.
Weigh your biscuits and get ready for the ride
If
of
you're
your
online,
life.
can you share it to Two Clueless Dudes on Facebook? Actually, I can do that. What am I talking about? It's on there.
Okay.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Just a sec. Vitus flipping out. We're cold introing in. We're about to go. Okay.
There it is. We are. What's our? Give me my intro music.
There you go, buddy. There we go. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So smooth.
I like them tacos. I take your pants off, cause it's hot in here. I should have been.
Yeah.
So many other career choices I should have made.
Yeah,
This is Mad Mike, aka Junk McGee. I am here with the Hank and Waz, our incredible producer. This is TCD, Two Clueless Dudes, and we are here to inform you for the week. This is the only place that you should get any of your news or information, because everything we give here is 100% legitimate all the time. And any question you ask us, we will be 100% accurate from myself or the Hank or even Waz as undeniably true. Okay, so
We
we're
promise,
here,
trust
yeah,
us.
we are never wrong. We've never fibbed. We have never George Washingtoned and murdered a cherry tree.
We don't even have an axe.
I don't even own one. You don't own one either.
I don't own one.
I don't even have the deodorant.
It's a post-Axe episode.
Yes. Axe you a question. Man, there's so much crazy stuff going on. It's been an incredible week. A lot of fuzz. We're the fuzziest
Oh,
here.
that's from my pandy towel. I dipped my pandy towel in a bleach water, just a touch of dish
Yeah.
soap, and I
'cause we-
dabbled it on everything.
his
It left
panty, his
Because
panty towel.
we don't play with the COVID here.
It left some flakies on the mic. Yeah.
There's so much that has happened, so much that is going on. Ronnie Baker, what up, dog? But we got so much to get to. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Some of the things that we got to talk about today, I mean, the list is pretty wide. You know, we talked a little bit last week, actually, about Star Wars. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, as some news has been generated in the Star Wars community, so we'll talk about that a little bit. Just some other just interesting news things that have kind of come up. And the first thing I'm going to talk about, guys, is, and it's been all over the news, and it's not really that, like, major of a story, but you've been in a toxic relationship.
Oh, yeah.
I've been in a toxic relationship. Waz basically just is toxic.
Yeah, I caused them.
Yeah. So, Meghan Markle didn't like the fact that Harry had these rifles because she didn't want him to be associated with animal killing or blah, 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 blah. So he was forced to sell his 2 guns for 50,000 pounds. That's like 70, 80 grand here. So he was forced to sell. At what point is this man going to say, dude, fuck my life? At what point does he get his life back? At what point do you think his little cojones are going to be returned to sender?
Yeah, where's the wall?
I mean, where do you put the line? I mean, you've gotten kicked out of your family, and like
he
not
walked
even
away from his family.
Yeah, but it was like not pleasant. And you're right, he did walk away. But why? He hadn't walked away before. He could have walked away at any time. Why
Well,
now?
'cause
what changed?
The kingdom.
The love. Love makes
This
us
isn't
do...
Black Eyed Peas, okay?
Love
Where's
makes
the
us
love?
do weird stuff.
Love does, but that's what I'm getting at. Like, at what point does love become unreasonable, right? Like, at what point does this man?
At the conception of love.
I mean, he's had a child with this, that right? Haven't they had a kid? Maybe 2 kids?
I mean, I think so, right?
I don't know.
I lost
probably
track
raised-
of what she's doing that's upsetting at
They
all.
probably. What's upsetting me?
Yeah.
Okay, so one, she comes around, and she gets kicked. She manages to get them both kicked out of the family. She then
Oh.
complains about being kicked out of the family and wants to continue to use the royal thing so she can make money. And the royal family said, "No, you're no longer royal." And she said, "Well, poop." She then went and tried to get a Disney princess licensing thing through Disney, like hire me on as a voice actor, and Disney decided to go against it because.
She's not truly a princess.
Well, it's one of those things where you need us more than we need you. And then they moved to Canada and demanded that Canada pay their security fee, which was like $10,000-$20,000 a month. And Canada is one of the most left countries known to man, and even they said no. So now
Wait.
they're in LA.
Why do you have to pay that much a month in Canada, though? Like, what's the security? The security fee doesn't sound all that fair. Anyway.
Yeah, 10,000 in Canada. Who are you
Yeah,
protecting
like, what
yourself
do you-
from? A moose?
Yeah. What's going on?
Too many people coming up to you saying I'm sorry?
Does she cause like an extra police force they need over there or something?
Right. So I mean, and that was the thing. Like and Canada was paying for it, and they were like, "Man, nah, we're done with this. Not gonna happen."
You riling up the fuzz.
Exactly. You're riling up the fuzz. So now here he is trying to make money by having to sell his firearms to pay their bills.
Oh.
I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Like, bro, at what point do you go? I mean, white flag. Enough's enough.
This.
I don't know. It took me 7.5 years,
That's true. That's true. I mean, I
and
mean,
and no knowledge.
Seems like a
of it
good
about
time to
happen.
sell firearms, though. You can get so much money for guns right now, probably. He's
Yeah,
probably
you
just selling
you
high.
could probably do pretty good.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's true. It's one of those things where you don't know it until it's like like a building up, right? It just kind of builds up, and then one day you're like, I'm done. You know, I've been in relationships where less than a year, and I just was like, I was literally driving with her. I was literally driving with her to a party. She said some type of snotty remark, and I said, nope. Turned the car around, said, pack your shit. We're done. I'm out.
Nice.
We're out.
Hit the wall at that point.
Just like that. I hit the wall.
There was warnings, though. I'm sure you drew lines before that.
Oh, we've had knockdown, drag out arguments prior, but this was finally that point when I was like, this is no longer an argument. This is no longer a problem. This is over.
Yeah.
You know what? You
You know
know
what I
what's
mean?
real? When she throws a sandwich at you, and the sandwich sticks on the wall. That's when the shit gets real.
Yeah.
Dang, you
That's-
got out that sandwich phase as soon as it's a hard
And what
object.
does love have to do with it, Ronnie? What does it have to do with it?
That is true. What does love have to do with it?
But
You didn't graduate to like a plate or a bowl or something.
all I'm saying is I think Harry
Getting thrown at you.
I think Harry is moving closer to that point with every passing day.
Yeah.
He's got to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't-
nobody he can't be like happy with his situation. You lost all your money, lost all your family, and now you're losing all your possessions. I mean, that's a whole lot of loss. That's all I'm saying. I don't think I'm being unreasonable, guys. I honestly don't. I think I'm being very reasonable in assuming that this dude has got to be being pushed to his brink,
Probably so.
right?
He's on the highway of the danger zone.
Highway to the danger zone. Thank you.
Great minds
The
think alike.
Duster, what up, buddy? We're just talking about them hoes. Them royal hoes.
Don't
Getting-
you knows?
Getting all up in your business. Whatever happened to royal bros before royal hoes? He
I don't
forgot
think
that.
that ever happened though.
He lost that mentality, dog.
I think their dad probably was the one that forgot about that.
He grew up on the hard streets of Canterbury.
He
He
killed
forgot where he came from, son.
he killed his wife. He OJ'd his wife.
Oh, you think he did it? I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so all right, let's get into that.
Oh yeah.
I actually not heard. I read a news article from a real old dying man who was like in critical hospice care, and he came out and said, "Hey, before I die, I want to get this off my chest. I am responsible for the death of Princess Diana at the request of Prince Philip." He said, and he explained exactly how it happened, and apparently it turns out he, in fact, did work for the Royal Secret Service. And he came out and was like, I don't want to die with this because I know you'll never hear it any other way. And he claimed that Prince Philip was the one who enacted the order to have her finitoed. I don't know if that's true. That could be something for the Globe or the Inquirer. I don't know. If it's good enough for the Globe or the Inquirer, it's good enough for CNN. That's all I'm saying. But I don't know. Maybe.
How true is that?
I think there's got to be some type of conspiracy. Nobody just randomly flips a fucking car. You know what I mean? This shit just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I think more stuff happened than just the car flipping randomly.
Yeah, like right. And that's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she could want. That's probably why they left.
She
She's
could
like,
probably
shit.
sue right now.
If she were alive to.
Yeah.
It's kind of I think that's kind of necessary when
Yeah.
you sue somebody. I think you have to be present.
I just can't believe that. Like, so you don't think the husband? You don't think what's his name, Prince Schmucken guy?
Wasn't it Prince Charles? Is that his name?
Is it
Doodlebop.
Is it
And
Prince
because
Charles?
he's married to Camilla now, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Boy, the royal family, they're like the Star Wars Skywalker clan of Earth, bro. Like they cause up all kinds of just ridiculousness when you really get down to the nitty
and the
gritty.
English love them for it.
Yeah, and they do.
The royal baby, they cry.
Yeah, bro. I don't care what anybody says. The queen is badass. She's just badass, dude. She's been through what? World War II. She's lived through what? Their version of an economic depression. She got through a lot. I mean, she's been through a lot with and she's literally
World
never
War
changed.
One and World War II, right?
That's hard to believe.
My parents are listening in.
Uh-oh.
Hi, parents.
We're just talking about royal conspiracies abound.
AKA hoes.
Yeah, royal hoes, and it's royal bros before royal hoes. And I'm telling you, Harry's forgotten that fact.
He's got to know. He's got to remember where he came from. That's for sure. He's got to go back
You have to. You got to go back
and let it go.
and let it go. You can't chase those waterfalls, folks.
No, you got to stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
Exactly, and somewhere along the line,
No
he forgot
scrubs.
that. Yeah, he turned into a scrub.
Yeah.
He turned into a scrub. He is the scrub now. Man, just okay.
It's terrible.
Just terrible. Okay, so anyway, let's get into some Star Wars news. So a couple of things, and I may have talked about this a little bit last week, but Star Wars has announced that they are doing more movies, and they pegged out Taika Waititi to be the next director. And I don't know if I'm saying his name right.
Sounds
but-
like an RC car.
Taika Waititi, but he is the guy that he directed Thor Ragnarok. He directed What We Do in the Shadows.
Amazing movie.
Tycho RC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And he also directed the very last episode of The Mandalorian.
Yes.
So he's now been tapped to do. They don't know if it's going to be. They haven't announced if it's a trilogy.
Sky Climber cliffhangers.
Right. We don't know yet. We don't know what it is. We don't know if it's just a standalone. We don't know. But also involved is the co-writing with him, because he's also writing it. Co-writing with him is the lady that co-wrote 1917
Oh.
with Sam Mendes. Now, I have a friend who didn't much care for the movie or the screenwriting. He just found it to be boring. I didn't. I found it to be very deep, but it's different. I think
It
he
held
was expecting Saving Private Ryan, but it's more like The
Oh.
Pianist. Have you seen The Pianist?
No.
What? Have you seen The Pianist?
It didn't seem
I
fun.
keep it in my pants.
It's not a fun movie.
Yeah, I know.
It's a movie of struggle, but triumph in the end. So
Yeah.
if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. But what I mean is, it's a personal story,
Huh.
and all this was a very short, tiny, personal story. That's all it was. But I liked it.
It was good.
You
I
stayed
enjoyed
awake
it.
for it, and that's rare.
Yeah. I don't do that very often.
You guys talking about the Elton John movie?
Oh yeah. What was that called?
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
Some kind of piano? Rocket
Different-
piano? Rocket piano.
That's it.
That was a very good movie, actually.
Rocket Man.
It was.
Yeah, I just didn't like that it jumped all over the place. Like, historically, it was awful. but theatrically it was good. Yeah.
Chronologically, it was quite a mess.
Yeah, but I did think it was a fun story, and I love Taron Egerton. I think he did a fantastic job, and I still think he would make a great Wolverine. I'm saying it now. These are my picks, and these are my only 2 picks. I don't think anybody else is right for the role. It's got to be Taron Egerton, or it's got to be Zac Efron.
Zac Efron.
I know. Zac Efron. I'm telling you right now.
Zachy F.
I think he's not very tall, and he's fucking shredded, bro.
Yeah, he looks Jedi-like.
The dude is a monster. And he's dark. He's already got a dark complexion. I think he'd be good. I think he'd be really good at it. Oh, but anyway, on to the Star Wars news. So that was just like one little tidbit. I was very
thought that
excited
was
for
the
that.
Star Wars news. Oh my gosh.
So they've also announced...
Dropping more knowledge.
More bombs here. That in the 2nd season of The Mandalorian, they've also announced that they're going to have Boba Fett involved.
Ah.
And it's going to be played
Is he
by
going to
the
have a nice,
actor.
clean uniform this time instead of it all being scratched up and stuff?
I don't know. No,
Shiny
probably
Boba.
not, because this takes place after...
He's going to attack the
Seen-
Yoka balls.
Yeah, I think this takes place after the Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, and his uniform, his Mandalorian suit already was all jacked up before then.
Yeah. And it's going to be reprised by the same actor that did Jango Fett.
Uh-huh.
Really?
And what's really important about that is Jango Fett was the model that they used for all of their clones. The Clone War,
Yeah.
all the stormtroopers, they all look like Jango Fett. So Boba Fett would, in fact, look like Jango Fett because it's his son. So I think that's a pretty cool way to keep that guy in the loop and to kind of keep some of that
He's aged a little bit since
connectivity.
then.
Probably.
It's perfect.
Yeah, which is good, right?
Yeah,
He
it's
would need to be
perfect, yeah.
aged a
Yeah,
little
because
bit.
he's probably what, like 5
100.
or
Million.
6 when they made the movie.
Yeah, about 5 or
So,
6
yeah.
in episode, was it episode 2, I think?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's episode 2.
Cloney babies.
Yeah. Cloney babies. Oh! Which is another great news. The Muppets are coming back.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I knew it was going to be about that.
Muppets Now. Muppets Now is what they're going to call
Now.
it. I don't know if it's going to be on, it looks like it might be on ABC. I don't know if it's going to be on Disney Plus. Either way, I don't care. I'm just super effing excited.
Hell yeah.
Well,
That's it.
I'm glad you're excited. I didn't know that you were such a Muppets.
Somebody asked me why I'm so mad at Meghan Markle. Kimberly Joan. I'm not mad at Meghan Markle.
seem like it.
I'm just trying to look at it from the bro perspective. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, it's one of those things where she comes into the picture and literally tears this guy's life apart. Right?
He likes it.
But if you're cool with it and that's what you wanted all along, then I mean I get it because we don't really know the story.
He would have turned it all up with some other lady, you know what I'm saying? He would have tore it up anyhow. Just, you can't blame the tool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't. A poor man blames his tool wife for knocking the holes in the walls.
Yeah. So I'm just stating, I'm just getting out there and saying what nobody else is gonna say. But look, folks, this is where you get the real news. Okay, this is the good stuff. This is the juicy stuff. Okay.
Stuff you're not going to get on CNN, folks.
Sherry Lappin, she loves me.
Oh yeah,
I love
you're
her
someone's
too.
favorite. Yeah.
She's great. It's my godmom. Love her.
Hi, Godmom.
Bonus
Godmom.
moms.
Bonus moms. Gotta love bonus moms. So those were the two, like some Star Wars news, some Muppets news. I love the Muppets. There's a little commercially thing clip you can play. I'm sure you can find on YouTube or, but it stars with Rizzo the Rat and Peppy the King Prawn.
Rizzo.
I love Peppy. He's like my favorite caricature. And he's great. So you can kind of see a little something there. Oh, there it is. Yep. Are we allowed to show this or?
I can show some splashes of it. I just
Okay.
can't show the
whole thing,
video.
right?
Yeah.
So we'll give you like a little.
We're gonna
we'll give
show
a
you
little
just a tip.
taste.
Oh no, you have to describe it to the people
Okay,
on the radio.
I will describe. So basically,
It's similar characters that you might remember.
yeah, it's all the same, folks. They're all coming back. It's gonna be great. I'm going to assume they'll have different voice actors.
What are you guys' favorite characters?
Oh,
I just saw one I forgot about that I loved. I forgot was one.
Animal.
Animal's awesome. You know who
Peppy.
Animal's based on?
No.
Animal is Keith Moon from The Who.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, the rest of the band is like the Doobie Brothers.
Really?
The two
Yeah,
mustache
totally.
people. I
Yeah.
think it's like the Doobie Brothers band. Then it's all a
Interesting.
spoof of, yeah. You said
Pepe, the King Prawn. He's probably
That's
one of my
right, the
favorites.
prawn. Holy crap.
Now we're going to build me a jacuzzi, okay? Dude, he's the best. I've always been a big fan of Kermit, and I've always been a big fan of Gonzo.
I always loved Beaker, too.
And Fozzie. I like
Piggy,
Fozzie.
Miss Piggy was always a B to Gonzo.
Fozzie.
Fozzie, yeah.
Thank
Fozzie
you.
Bear. Waka Waka. Well, it's our dog's
Yeah.
name's Fozzie Bear. So I love Fozzie.
Love
Fozzie's
it.
probably one of my favorite characters ever. So.
What was yours, Mike? We're stomping on your Mike. You're Mike.
I'm Mike.
Hank, stomping on your Muppets. Give me some Muppets.
Oh, like I said, Animal was always my favorite.
Yeah.
Gonzo with his big old nose.
Gonzo was my favorite.
Yeah.
Actually, back in the day.
He was my favorite back in the day. The Great Muppet Caper. I don't know if those remember
Yeah,
it.
yeah, oh, yeah.
When he gets his nose stuck in the elevator. I love just the whole movie. The whole movie is amazing. If you haven't seen the Great Muppet Caper, it's from the '80s. I don't know. It's probably outdated now, but it was a great show. It was a great show back then. Fozzie and Kermit play brothers, twin brothers.
These things are timeless. You just bust out a new bolt of felt, and you
Yeah.
got a new generation.
Boom.
Kids aren't going to know
Boom.
what to do.
They're not
Yeah.
gonna know what to do. They're not gonna know what to do.
Too
All
much
right.
knowledge.
So let's get into one more thing before we have to pay some bills. So let's get into some coronavirus news. Coronavirus is out there going around.
Oh, okay.
So I found this to be pretty interesting. What would you do to get away from the coronavirus, right? This is one man's epic struggle to get away from the coronavirus. An Indian man buys 28 tons of onions
28 tons.
and drives 869 miles disguised as an
Dang.
onion seller to try to beat the lockdown,
Oh,
to escape the lockdown.
nice. Where is he headed? Escape to where? Is
to
worth
Onion
it.
Town.
Man, I want to live in Onion
Oh,
Town.
Jeff says, "Hey, my neighbor." Tony's on. Hello. We're talking about an Indian man buying 28 tons of onions to escape a lockdown. Jeff says that if
Jeff,
they
what's
bring
up,
the
buddy?
chef on, he will sing the chef song on our show, which I think would be great. Jeffrey Medeiros says he misses you, bro.
Absolutely.
Where was this guy going in his onion truck?
Okay, so
Where
here
did he
you go. In a desperate attempt to reach home during India's strict
Okay.
coronavirus
All
lockdown,
about getting home.
a man traveled more than 800 miles disguised as an onion seller, only to be
800
sent to
miles.
quarantine by the local police after reaching his destination. He made it all the way and then got
Man.
busted.
So wait, what was sent to quarantine there? He can't quarantine at his own house? That's lame.
So let's see here. He was an employee at Mumbai's airport.
Mumbai.
Oh,
Let
wait.
the dude get to his house. That's what's sad about this. It's
He-
like,
He just filled his truck up from Mumbai to his home in Prayagraj,
he's got onion money. He can take care of himself at home.
right? I wonder how much does 28 tons of onions cost?
More than I got lying around. I don't got that.
Isn't
Yeah.
it like $1 an onion?
I can buy like 30 onions right now. I'm at that 30 onion.
You're the 30
line.
30 onion
Oh yeah.
phase?
Oh yeah.
Red onions or yellow?
Oh my gosh. You know,
Yes,
I
those
could
are
get
the
a
Depends what
couple
you're doing,
more if
'cause
I
you could
went
do a
red.
purple.
Yeah, you could probably get a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
more if you went red.
Yeah. Purple though, that's the thing. I want to spend that purple money.
Yeah, get that
Mm.
purple onion.
Guys,
He
I'm
Purple
said,
onion money?
So this is
I'm
what he
into
said.
that.
I was stuck in Mumbai. Given the number of cases being reported in the city, I was scared, and hence I had no option but to return home. So he rented a truck. He hired a driver and disguised himself. We bought the onions from a vegetable market near Mumbai, and using the excuse of produce delivery, we crossed 3 states to finally reach home on Friday after traveling for 3 days. India's
Damn.
lockdown rules allows vehicles delivering food items to cross state borders. Pandy was sent to quarantine after his actions surfaced on Saturday.
Wait, his name was Pandy? Like my first Pandy?
Yeah,
Like,
Pandy. hmm
That's so awesome.
Pandy Bear.
He's named after what we're going through.
That's
It's a
that's
straight pandy.
hilarious.
Pandy.
That's hilarious. All right, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead and pay a couple of bills. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in with us. And we're going to get to some more incredible, completely factual news.
Happy
Listen up.
Pandy.
The soap you shower with, it's You probably haven't even questioned what bar soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap.
To subscribe to Dr. Squatch, visit RadioVegas.rocks and click on the banner.
Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper. Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men.
Hi, I'm always on the go, and I need the one thing to help me keep moving.
Zip Fizz.
That's right. It's an all-natural energy mix that comes in a tube. I can keep one in my pocket or my purse. So many great flavors, such as fruit punch, grape, orange soda, plus no hard crash because there is no sugar, but it is loaded with B12. It's high on electrolytes. I just love it.
ZipFizz.com.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, Medicaid, or have private insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. Managing your diabetes is crucial to your health. The new CGM can automatically and easily help you manage your diabetes more effectively. And by using a CGM, you can eliminate the one thing most people with diabetes dislike the most: finger sticks. Now you can automatically manage your diabetes and end the painful finger sticks. Solara Medical Supplies makes it simple for you to have a new CGM. We'll do all the insurance paperwork for you and deliver the newest in diabetic care technology right to your door. Take charge of your diabetes today with the help of a new continuous glucose monitor. Call now to learn more. 800-571-1651. 800-571-1651. 800-571-1651. 800-571-1651.
Your new favorite internet radio station, RadioVegas.Rocks.
Welcome back to Two Clueless Dudes with Mad Mike and the Hank.
Whoop, whoop. You on TCD, son? So we're gonna go ahead and do a little histories mysteries for you, right? I think you got some histories mysteries loaded up.
I think I got some histories mysteries. Let's do
They're
it.
very excited for you. Oh, they're really excited. Okay, calm down.
You're listening to Two Clueless Dudes. Histories, mysteries. Like that $20 you say I owe you.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Lay it on me.
I need another 30 seconds or so.
Is your thing still loading?
It is still loading.
He had the entire commercial break. This is what I put up with. I'm like, hey, pick me up at least by 4. No problem. 4:30 rolls around. I'm like, do I need to just drive myself there? Like, what's going on?
I love this inside.
And I'm like, no, of course I'm pulling into your neighborhood right now.
Which means you're down the
Which
street.
is 2 minutes later he shows up. Right.
Yeah. I mean, I was practically.
Oh, get this, and he was like, bro, I'm totally gonna help you build your Bowflex. Did he call me yesterday? Knowing that I had it in?
Yesterday was Bowflex Day?
Yesterday's Bowflex Day.
Oh.
Well,
I bet your bows are just lying all around now flexing,
I told him
huh?
the night it came in, I was like, hey, the Bowflex is here. Bro, we'll do it tomorrow.
Have you flexed a single
I'm
bow?
so glad I waited for you.
I'm good at it. I'm good at it. I'm good for it.
This is what I deal with. This is what happens,
You need a
folks.
bro to help you flex your bow.
And
You're my Meghan Markle right now.
And when he can get me to work out, I'm a good workout buddy.
All right, what do you
Did
got?
you say so?
I'm still loading.
What in the literal map?
You can give us some context though, right? Like what's the top half?
Yeah.
You got a little taste?
What is the bottom half,
A
male or
little
female?
teaser? You know, a little like misdirect? Well, hey, well,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
Actually,
Houdini this time.
what would
It's
be more
actually his
important?
contemporary.
What would be more important, bottom half or top half? I would
Oh,
think the
I'm a
bottom
top half person all day.
Top half, as long as the top half is cool.
Bottom half can't wink at you the same way.
It's true. It's true. I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that top half wink.
Are you loaded?
I'm top half, I would say.
Okay.
Bottom half has the stinky wink.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's true.
Hey, but you know what? Farts are funny.
Yeah,
So if you want to laugh, you need a good bottom half.
bottom hal's quieter.
It's true.
And when it makes
Well, other
sound,
than
it's
the
usually
farts.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than the
Front
toots.
farts are funny too.
It's true. That is true.
Yeah.
That is also true. Okay, so Jeff prefers the left side. Ain't nothing wrong with the lefties.
Just of your body, the left side.
Just the left side.
I
of the
hate my
body.
left side.
Do you?
Look at where I'm
left,
sitting. and
the
I'm not
left
even
side
wanting to
of
expose
me is
it.
what's all jacked up.
Yeah.
Show enough is.
Show enough. So,
You guys,
are
check it out.
you gonna get?
Sorry, keep talking. This is just building
Okay.
suspense.
So, should I just go into another news story then?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay.
You should do that.
So, this is one that I found very interesting because I'm scratching my head trying to figure out just how in the this happened. I honestly can't figure out how this happened, and it blows my mind. So, a man was killed at a Texas airport after a 737 lands on him. Lands on him.
You have so much warning.
Dude,
All you have to do is look, right?
what the
Yeah.
hell are you doing walking across an airfield? So this is the Southwest. It was on a Southwest. The Southwest airline jet was coming into land at Austin Bergstrom International on Thursday night when it ran over an individual who was walking across the runway.
Of course he was.
The carrier said the pilot spotted the person and attempted to maneuver around him, but was unable to avoid hitting him. I mean, if it comes down to you and all my passengers,
Yeah.
I'm taking you out, bro. You know what I mean?
But just imagine like a bicycle and you just flip the handlebars sideways and just flip end over end.
They haven't released his identity. And can you blame him? Like, if I was his family, I'd be too embarrassed.
Yeah, there's only like a couple places planes end up touching the ground.
Yeah.
It's easy to avoid those places.
Bro, there's 3 little spots on
Yeah.
an airplane that hit the ground. And you still got hit?
Yeah,
Hey, Summer. Hey, Toby. Thanks for watching.
so little of that thing even touches the ground. You still got in the way.
It's unbelievable. So it was the flight team number 1392 arrived safely. It arrived safely, at least. The aircraft tried to maneuver to avoid an individual who became visible on the runway. The aircraft quickly came to a safe stop. The pilots reported the event to local air traffic. Yeah, hey, I hit some dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need somebody to clean off my wheels. Grab the squeegee, the giant squeegee.
There was a pedestrian.
So he actually said, I believe there might be a person on the runway. Where exactly do you see the man? He said, they're behind us now. What are you going to do, dude?
That's a cool cucumber of a pilot right there.
Right? I mean, I just want to know, because it doesn't sound like he was a worker.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah.
no
I wanna
evidence
know
that this
this
man was a
backstory.
worker.
This guy just loved planes.
What are you doing? What are you doing on the runway? What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? Jeff says the metal cow ain't never going to get him. I agree. How do you, I mean, he had to have like wanted to die. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. But there's got to be a better way to go than death by being squished by an airliner.
I know, it's for the love. If you really like have this like
Maybe
supernatural...
he really was super into like airplanes and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And even
and
then,
an RC car just wasn't gonna do the deal, so he needed something better.
let's say it was an accident. You're telling me the man couldn't hear the airplane behind him? I mean, if that's the case,
Nah, he wanted...
was he deaf?
No. He was tire hungry.
Or then, was it one of those cases where he accidentally zigged when he should have zagged? You know what I mean? They both just kind of went the same way. You ever done that, like walking by somebody, and you both go to the wrong side, you know, and you run into each
Yes.
other?
Sometimes you want to run into
Yeah.
him, though. That's why I think happened.
Maybe. So, but, I mean, was it a case like that? If that's the case,
Oh, yeah.
that is not a game you want to play with an airplane.
No. No, there's
I don't
so
even
many
think you're
choice
allowed on the
moments.
tarmac anyway.
No.
So I mean,
how did
I
he get
envision somebody getting in quite a bit of trouble.
There's plenty of warnings.
You're listening to Two Clueless Dudes. History's mysteries.
All right, let's do
Like that
this.
$20 you say I owe you.
All right, we're going to try this again. 1982, President Reagan began his 5-minute weekly radio broadcast. I want to know whatever happened to the 5-minute weekly radio broadcast.
It's on Twitter now, and it's constantly.
It's on Tutagra.
Yeah. Kofife. Yeah, it was predicted. Kofife, or it's the pandy. It's
That's
the pandy's
beautiful.
spiritual name. Do you remember the Kofife tweet?
Oh, yeah, that was
I
great.
remember that,
have
right?
no clue.
Oh, okay. So
was like
President
a
Trump, yeah,
Autocorrect didn't catch something he was trying to say.
he was typing something in the middle of the night, and it turned into like it ended with Kofife,
Nobody
like
knew what it was.
I am the best ever Kofife or something like that.
Missed it.
That's awesome.
Missed it.
So what do we got? So Ronald
CLV,
Reagan.
All right, 1979, Margaret Thatcher became the first woman to be elected Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. First woman.
That's right. Margaret Thatcher.
Why do you think it's taking us so long for us to have a woman president?
We have a female prime minister.
Honestly, it's because a lot of them just aren't qualified yet. I really do think that's kind of the case. Is they've just shown that they've not been able to beat, a man or a goat or whatever, whoever's running. I don't think the sexual orientation matters to the American public at all. What they care about is, do you seem to be competent enough? Can we put our trust in you? And will you be, will you do the right job? And let's see who have they had. Hillary Clinton, who nobody trusted for good reason.
Yeah.
You've got.
That's the thing is, it's like, what qualifications matter if qualifications just make people less trustworthy?
And this is where I do feel like there was, at least on the, and you're right, charisma is a huge thing, especially for women. If you're not charismatic enough, Ronald Reagan ran off of charisma. So it's one of those things where I like Amy Klobuchar, who is a Democratic. She was a Democratic presidential nominee. She's actually pushed like over 40 bills through. She knows how to work with the Senate. She's actually was good at her job. Even if you don't agree with her political views, she was still a good politician, but she didn't have the charisma and never went anywhere. I mean, she never stood a chance. Elizabeth Warren, I'm sorry, she's just a little nutty for me to say, okay, I'll put my weight behind you because, I mean, you say you're part Indian. Turns out you're only part of Indian you probably are is the motorcycle you own in your, in your basement. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where I just don't think the right candidate has come out yet. But I think it will eventually. I believe that if I feel like a woman candidate is the right one, then I'll vote for it.
So you would vote for a female?
Yeah, well, Betty White. Ronnie Baker says Betty White. I think she'd make a great president. And shit, she'll probably live through 2 terms. She's immortal.
It's true. Just write her in, Ronnie.
Yeah.
1998, a federal judge in Sacramento, California handed down the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski 4 life sentences plus 30 years after he accepted a plea deal sparing him from the death penalty.
Whoa! His last name was Kaczynski.
Kaczynski.
Oh, yeah.
That's really the important news to take out of that. Kaczynski.
You didn't know that?
That part's new to you?
Yeah.
That's the part that he took away.
Yeah,
not the Unabomber, not the 4.
But I mean, what a weird.
Oh, he's
like
Polish.
What's his name? Ted. You think like with the name of Ted, your last name would be like, I don't know, Washington or something.
I think he grew up with
Kaczynski.
Theodore.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of
Theodore
Polish
Kaczynski.
Teds. Yeah.
Theodore
Where was he from? Cleveland? It sounds like a name from like a Polish neighborhood in Cleveland.
Probably
Sounds very Cleveland.
Probably Iowa.
Yeah, Collinwood area. So that's. Is he still alive even?
No.
Does anybody know? Did he
no,
die?
he's dead.
How did he die? Does anybody know?
He died in prison, didn't he?
He got unibombed by one single bomb.
By a
Bam. Because he wasn't that old, right?
He was in his 50s, I think, when he was committing these.
Oh, snap, really?
Acts.
He's the guy that blew up that Oklahoma building, right?
No.
The IRS building?
No, that's the Oklahoma Federal building. That was done by Timothy McVeigh.
Oh, John Wilkes Booth?
John Wilkes Booth
Yeah.
killed the President of the United States.
And then came back and then bombed Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
Okay, I remember how that goes down. So he's the one responsible for the airport bombings? What did the Unabomber do? Like,
so
what
the
did he do?
Unabomber was
Male, right?
what he was male,
He
and
assumed
he
the room
was
temperature?
and he was airplanes.
Oh.
So
Male and
he-
airplanes?
He would put bombs that he made in his little.
He did mail bombs. That's what he said. Yeah,
Yeah.
mail bombs. Okay.
And-
Because I mean, I think when that was going on, I think it was like the early '90s.
Yeah, we were little.
I was still pretty young.
That's when
so-
he got caught.
But he had been doing it.
He had been
Before
doing
that.
it in like the 50s and the 60s.
Oh, shit.
His first bomb went off. Yeah.
Whoa. Damn.
You can watch it on the Netflix if you ain't got nothing to do.
What's it called?
I think it's just called Unabomber, actually.
Oh.
Wow, that's interesting. What else you got?
1984, $180 million was spent out of court with the Agent Orange suit. 3 million Vietnamese suffered illness due to the chemicals, and around 1 million people were left disabled as a result of it. Agent Orange.
Yeah, Agent Orange was he was an associate professor at Berkeley before he snapped, apparently.
Yes,
the
he was a
Duffster.
professor.
Talking about the Unabomber, not Agent Orange.
Not Agent Orange.
Yeah.
Agent, my dad
Agent
has,
Orange is some real
exposed to
nasty,
it.
super stuff.
Yeah, he said it's awful.
And what's bad is the VA still doesn't acknowledge Agent Orange
Nope.
as a chemical used in Vietnam, and that it was dangerous, even though they obviously dumped it.
And because
on
of the Agent
Vietnamese.
Orange, anytime my dad farts, it smells like sausage petunias.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is he still watching?
I have no idea. But I'm sure he would verify that if he were.
It makes her
Pop,
colon
if you're still listening, can you give us a thumbs up, please?
orange colon.
Orange, that's what it is. Agent Orange.
But I've
For
met
the
a
longest
lot
time,
of
I thought
vets.
Agent Orange was the stuff that you wash your hands with in the...
Yeah.
What is that called? It's called Agent Orange, isn't
It's
it?
like super orange.
Amazing orange?
Amazing orange. There you go.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's nice and gritty and stuff, so you can clean your hands off
And your teeth.
and your teeth.
So continue.
Okay.
Agent Orange, bad.
Yeah.
Vietnamese people, give it 1 star on Yelp.
That's what I would. 1502, Christopher Columbus left Spain on his 4th and final trip to the New World.
Oh, but he had to come back because he forgot his cell phone. I remember that story.
Yeah, he did leave
Yeah.
his cell phone. And it's a hell of a thing.
Didn't have a celly on him, dog.
Because in 1502, to back up your ship and to redock, it's a son of a bitch.
Yeah, back then you'd have
Ugh.
to get just the right cable. You
know
couldn't
what?
use the same cable.
And he
as
probably
your
got
friend.
on and was like pulling out, went,
Yeah. It's like, oh shoot! No one has my charging cable.
Mate.
yeah, yeah. Actually, it was probably like,
Me phone.
dost thou haveth my phone?
Doth thou have a Nokia charger?
Dost thou have a Nokia charger?
the round one, not
'Cause-
the square one.
Because let's be honest, Nokia was probably around back then.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those things
Guaranteed.
are, like forever.
Matter of fact, Nokia is probably the only phone that I would leave my iPhone for.
They made another one. You ready? You want it? You want it? You want a new Nokia?
They-
Made by a completely different company that bought the brand and made a shit phone. You ready? You want one?
No,
You
not
can get
a-
a Commodore 64 phone from the same way.
Really?
Yeah, people are buying up these old nostalgic computer brands.
Scurvy
and releasing
time.
phones.
No, I'm totally good.
That's true. Scurvy was
You can
a
get a
thing.
Palm phone.
17. No, hell no.
That's the thing now. It's little. It's supposed to tether to your real phone and not really work well as a phone on its own.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
like a mini phone.
It's a
But
phone
it's
for your
huge.
phone.
You just stash it in your bra. No, Palm, a new Palm. Someone bought the
Oh,
right to
I
make
thought
the
you were
use of
talking
brand.
about the old
Yeah.
car phone things.
Oh no!
Oh,
But
how
yeah,
in the hell would you do that?
someone bought the Palm brand and made this tiny phone that has to tether to your regular phone to work. But you
it's-
can leave your regular phone at home. It just like doesn't do apps and stuff.
So it's like the iWatch.
Yeah, it's
That's all
like a
it is.
big iWatch. Yeah.
A big iWatch.
Nice.
All right, what else you got?
Nice. 1752. Benjamin Franklin tested the lightning conductor with his kite flying experiment. In this week in history, can you believe that?
He
In
also
this
tested
week.
positive for syphilis this week.
That's not my business.
That's a date to keep track of.
So, who was this?
Benjamin Franklin.
The guy who flew the kite, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's like, hey, go fly a kite, huh?
Yeah.
And he said, okay.
Double glasses guy.
Double
over
glasses.
here.
That's right. The bifocal. Do you guys believe like he really came up with all that stuff, or do you think he
Yes.
was just? Do you think he was like pulling it from?
Like Edison, where you just
Yeah.
have a bunch of employees and you claim their products.
Yeah. Or do you think Ben Franklin was the real deal?
Well, he probably was visited by aliens.
Yeah.
It was the Muse.
The Muse.
Wrote down all that good stuff. Shared it with us. We're in his debts forever.
Ben Franklin created Share. Is that what you just said? Because
The
that makes sense.
concept of
He's pretty
sharing,
old.
like having something of someone else's sharing.
Do you
is
believe in a
general.
life after love?
I'm not sure. Benjamin Franklin invented her whole act. The dances and everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. He wrote it all out.
I think he did everything though. I think he's like a
He's like-
super dude.
He was the Nostradamus
Yeah.
of the
All right,
Americas.
this is the last one I got. 1872. Victoria Woodhull became the first woman nominated for U.S. presidents by Equal Rights Party at the Apollo Hall in New York City.
Who was?
Victoria Woodhull.
Oh, see, if it was Victoria Beckham, I'd have voted.
Oh.
She was banging, love Spice Girls.
She's still hot.
She is, right? Partially.
Yeah, she's still hot.
She doesn't tour, I guess, with the Spice Girls because she got more money than.
I don't think the Spice Girls travel at all. I
Yes.
mean, not that I would follow them. I'm just saying I don't think they tour anymore.
Woodhull.
Yeah. We were told, boy, you guys are long-winded. Yes, we are. It's called a radio show. Our whole job is to talk.
Yeah, it's honestly had more gaps than it's supposed to. You haven't seen nothing.
I know.
We're just getting our momentum.
And Benjamin Franklin was also a member of the Hellfire Club.
Oh.
And the Hells Angels, I think.
Yeah. Isn't the Hellfire Club where they invented soap? Isn't that where soap came from?
No, that's Dr. Squash.
Dr. Squash.
Dr. Squatch.
I already played that.
Professor D.R.
You know what?
Soap.
I've been on the fence on buying some. Like I've
Yeah.
really I know
Click
they're
the
a
banner,
sponsor.
RadioVegas.rocks.
I really
Click that banner. It's so good. It squatches you all good. You're all clean.
click the banner.
Yeah, click the banner.
I'm not playing.
You smell like all kinds of
Like
happy
I've
things.
been so close to pulling the trigger for like a week on doing the subscription.
Makes me confident. I've got Squatch confidence.
So you actually use it?
I use it a bunch, yeah. Especially on my face.
Really?
So your face
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah, look at this shit.
Nice and it's got a good sheen to it.
You can hear it. It's a clean
I like
face.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. And you shaved.
I did finally.
I noticed.
Yeah. Not that you can tell on camera whether I did or not.
No doubt.
All right, so let's get to some more stuff then.
All right,
before-
let's
before
go.
we go to our
Come
our
on.
break. So it seems that we're talking about news about basically being run over by a jet airplane. I'm sure you all have heard by now, and I'm just bringing this up because I'm again just kind of flabbergasted. A woman was mauled to death by an alligator. Right? I don't know. Did you hear about that?
No.
So she was. This was in South Carolina.
I kind of don't feel sorry for somebody mauled to death by an alligator.
And apparently she decided to touch.
See?
She reached out.
Do you
to
see where I'm
touch
going with this, Waz?
You
The
predicted the touch.
alligator, and was apparently very calm
Oh.
all the way up until the point where she got eaten. But yeah, she was like,
Have you watched Tiger King yet?
Yeah.
well, no, I'm watching one episode a week, so we can talk about it episode to episode.
That is impossible.
So-
Don't do that.
That's what I'm doing. So let's talk about
You have
episode
so much
2.
self-control.
Has anybody lost any body parts yet?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
Saf lost her arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. She lost
Or
her arm.
his. I think he actually
She.
prefers
It's a
to
she.
be.
Oh, really? I don't know. But what's interesting about that is they say that she could have kept the arm, but it would have taken like 2 years of reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, so
And
she
she
said take it.
chose. She's like, nah. Chopped it off and went back to work 7 days later. She a boss.
Loving
Yeah.
the Tigers.
You know what I mean? And that's a woman who loves her job,
Yeah.
and she a boss. That's all I gotta say about that. So, and this is the thing, like the more. So I'm only in season 2, mind you. So all of my opinions.
Episode 2.
Yeah, episode 2. All of my opinions are solely based off of 2 episodes. So I don't know what transpires in the future, and we'll get there. But this is just my opinion as of right now, and I'm guarantee you it will probably change. But let me tell you how I feel right now. So, Joe Exotic. I'm going to be honest. I honestly think so far he is not. I don't think he is. In his nature, is a bad person.
That's how they set you up in episode 2.
Right. So
Then-
that's
then
it.
you're on the
That
string.
episode
He
2
does-
gets you.
he does.
And then they're
You
going to
fall
hit
in
him
love
with
with them
episode 3
Yeah, get
So
ready.
with Carol Baskins.
Yeah.
So
So, and this is where I'm getting at. He does a lot of dumb things, and I know that he went for the attempted murder, or whatever. But he does dumb things. He's super emotional, but I don't think him as a person is a terrible human being, right? I mean, he tries to help out. He does stuff with the ex-cons and the prisoners, and so I think he's actually got a good bone in his body.
It seems like that in
It's
that
at least
episode.
at least
well, you'd
for
have to
now.
ask his husband.
Right. So, but I will say,
Yeah,
Doc,
there's so much for you to find out. It's
Doc
so exciting.
Antle, that
Yes.
dude is an absolute sleazeball.
He's the mob boss
They
of
that
paint
dude
him
is
that
Big
way.
Cats.
He grows on you later.
I don't know,
Yeah.
because right now
It's
all
just
I can
easy to
think
paint him
about-
that way there.
He's I mean,
Because you don't really hear his side like unedited like you do in podcasts and stuff. Because he's totally candid in interviews since that.
yeah. Oh, Ronnie agrees
It's so
with me.
easy to
Ronnie
edit
agrees
it
with
like
me
that.
on Joe Exotic. Thank you. But this is the thing with Doc Antle. I find him to be he's too oppressive. He has
Okay.
way too much. He wants to take way too much control for himself, and his goal is to take as much control away from other people in his dynamic.
Uh-huh.
That bothers the shit out of me.
Okay,
I don't like that.
That's a valid criticism compared to some other criticisms people have had of him.
Yep.
Like, I can see that in his methods.
Yeah, I don't approve of his methodologies.
He does seem like a control freak.
Maybe as time progresses,
He runs a tight ship.
Right, he runs a tight ship, but I would say to the point where it's obsessively too tight.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Then you got Carol Baskin,
and he has to have pretty women around him as well.
At all times, right? And that's also
Like,
very
and it's
Which
not.
a lot more of them are related to him than they show in Netflix.
Whoa, that's also very creepy.
No, it's family. You can hug family and stuff.
Oh, I thought you were sleeping with
them.
them.
No.
But he
No,
pretty
I'm
much
saying
does
they got a
sleep
lot
with
of-
everybody because he
got a lot of family
basically
with him.
discusses his sex addiction a little bit.
It's like 40% as bad as they make it out in Netflix.
So on top, let's get to Carol Baskin.
Okay, Carol Baskins.
Carol Baskin, I am thoroughly convinced by the second episode that this woman is pure evil.
Yeah.
She is absolutely. And
Especially
you know what
the
it
way
is?
they edit that episode.
It is. You know what? It's so funny because I still feel like even in the episode, they do their best to try to kind of let you see things from her perspective.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I think they try to like not give it away that she's this awful person yet. They're trying to hold on to it, I think, for another episode.
They tell you more and more gradually.
But what my issue is with her is she's the worst kind of person to me because she will be very nice and sweet to your face, then she will stab you in the back and slit your throat.
Yeah.
That's
And
her.
it's hard.
Her dude's so afraid of her.
Oh, dude, gotta be. Well, and it's so funny because they in the interview in the season 2, episode 2, they're like, "Oh yeah," and then her husband went missing, and the guy's like, "What? Her husband
Pardon
went
me,
missing?"
come again?
Yeah. So
You didn't know.
So which is interesting to me because does that mean was it the same documentary crew? Because they've got footage from like 2013. So how long has this documentary crew been
Well, a lot of
following
the
around?
footage is from the guy that lost his footage, unless you don't know that yet.
I don't know that yet.
You'll
They
see.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't know. He lost all of his footage.
There had to be some stuff that he like sent out to other people and shit that they used though.
I think they
Because
said
they had some old clips.
I think he said
Maybe that's all from TV.
the only one that I found to be actually respectable was the felon, the drug dealer.
the guy from down in Florida.
Yeah, he's the only one.
Oh God.
When you look at his compound, like actually looked decent.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. That guy was cool.
Right?
Yeah. With
This
the
is the dude
accent,
who was like,
the
look,
South American
I
fella.
effed up. That's all
Yeah.
good.
His crimes are all in the past. He's good to his animals now. That guy was cool.
Sherry says she
Seems like.
blinks rapidly when she lies, which I totally believe. Tiger King is a deliverance to the reality show. You know what? It gets crazy, because like they talk about Doc Antle's got all these, sister wives or whatever, and then
Everyone's a character.
and then Joe Exotic, he's got multiple hubbies. At least at this point,
Yeah.
I think one of them leaves him, but I'm not entirely sure. But
Oh man, I can't believe he doesn't know. Don't
yeah,
tell him.
I don't know. I like I said, I'm doing this.
Oh man,
I'm allowing the audience.
how can you watch just one episode
I'm
at a
allowing the
time?
audience to experience
Oh
it
my
with
gosh.
me. I'm giving them the ability to do exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, we've all binged it. Watch it already.
You all binged it. I've been doing one episode.
Oh my gosh.
I
Your
really-
self-control is so frustrating. if the choice was between
It's
throw
true.
up 4 times a day and watch one episode of Tiger King without watching the rest of the season, I'd
that-
be throwing up like right now.
I would say that's one thing my wife will probably verify is I have a ridiculous amount of self-control. I always have. You know that.
Yeah.
I've got a crazy amount of willpower. So yeah, I guess I'm built that way. I'm just a patient man, I guess.
Binge resistant.
Binge resistant. That's me. Well, of course, there are times when I do love to binge shows.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
It's
I'm
very
very excited
conscious.
for the second season of Altered Carbon. I still haven't watched that.
Oh, I need to see the first one.
And that's Anthony Mackie, Falcon, is in that one. I was really kind of hoping that they'd bring back the guy from the first one because I thought he did a really good job. But I get it. They're just kind of doing a different story. So I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. All right, let's pay some bills. Thank you guys for listening in to us. Again, check us out on twocluelessdudes.com. Please like our Facebook page, Two Clueless Dudes. You can also listen to us on RadioVegas.rocks. You can download an app to your phone if you don't want to see our ugly mugs and you just want to listen.
Music on the go.
But then you'd miss out on all of this.
Yeah, it runs in the background. It's nice.
So...
Attention,
get all the cameras. Get them all. Get them all.
This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contract. Our experienced partners are offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. You'll never pay another timeshare maintenance bill again, and all your obligations will be terminated. You can begin saving today. Even if you've tried another company to get rid of your timeshare, call and see if we can help you. At the Timeshare Exit Hotline, we only accept payment after an agreement has been made to get you out of your timeshare. Make this complimentary free call and learn how our honest partners can help anyone, anywhere, legally get out of their timeshare nightmare.
800-741-8026. 800-741-8026. 800-741-8026.
These wheels are real exciting and bear my name, Evil Knievel.
Hi, it's Waz from Greasy Conversation. Did you know the pioneering stuntman Evil Knievel, the world record motorcycle jumping father of extreme sports himself, lives on spiritually in the satiny dough and hearty brick cheese of the pizza that bears his name?
Evil Knievel.
Evil Pie. That's E-V-E-L, on glistening East Fremont Street in the heart of downtown Las Vegas. They've been thriving here since back in 2016 because, unlike our hero, it's not dangerous. The flavor isn't even risky, but it is braggadocious. I get the world-famous Snake River special with a rattlesnake sausage. Honestly, it's great. I do love it, and it makes me feel like a mighty conqueror of perilous beasts. Vegans, don't tune me out. This place is known for their vegan pizza too. So get over there. Just make sure you check the RadioVegas.rocks app first. That app will have new specials just for RadioVegas.rocks listeners. Show them the app and satisfy your lust for excitement.
Nut rub from Ball Wash. You put that on after you cleanse yourself and get a nice little fragrance down there, and it lasts all day, and it's absolutely really amazing.
Ooh, yes.
And it smells great. So there you go.
Yeah, heck yeah. Thank you so much. I'm so proud to become
Thank you, Ball Wash, and visit them
Ball.
online at ballwash.com and use coupon code Radio Vegas to get 20% off.
Man, I'm having so much fun.
They have shampoos and they have soap. And
I'm very excited about this. I've always seen this. Like, I wonder how that works or what it smells like.
Well, you should open it and smell it, and you'll get even more excited.
Twist and pull.
He had no trouble at all over here.
Listen, all right, I don't grab things that are lubricated, all right? Give me a break, all right? It smells delicious. No, actually, you can smell it through the can. It actually does smell pretty good.
You can?
Yeah, it says ocean air and solid cologne.
Ooh, mine is cedar and citrus for those woodsy smells.
I mean, it says ocean and air on mine. Does it say yours is cedar?
Cedar and citrus.
Okay, here, I'll trade you so you can smell mine. Well, I don't want you to smell it that way, but I mean.
Well, this is nice too.
Yeah, see, and they actually make some really good smell. Dude, nut rub. Tonight, let's put it to the test.
Let's rub some nuts.
Let's rub the cedar and the ocean together. See if we can get a woody ocean.
Let's rub some nuts.
When you need the balls to smell as fresh as the day.
Nut rub
from Ball Wash. Use coupon code Radio Vegas to get 20% off.
Hey Chuck. Oh hey Mike. So listen, the gang is hitting the bar after work. You want to come with us?
No can do, bro. The wife is picking me up and we're gonna hike up the Devil's Rectum.
You gotta be kidding me. By the time you get all the way home and change, you'll never make it up there in time.
I don't have to go home. I'm just gonna wear what I have on.
You can't hack up the Devil's Rectum in khakis.
These aren't khakis, they're 5'11".
It don't matter how tall you are, you still can't hack up the Devil's Rectum in khaki pants, you moron.
These are 5'11" pants. 5'11" tactical.
They don't make khakis. They make stuff for cops and firefighters in the military.
And everybody else. Check it out.
Holy crap. I had no idea they made all this stuff.
It's all there at 511tactical.com. You know my motto.
You have a motto?
Play hard and look good doing it.
Okay, that's just stupid.
It's not stupid.
It's stupid.
You're stupid. 511 Tactical. Play hard and look good doing it. Shop now by clicking the 511 banner on our website, RadioVegas.rocks.
Be sure to get your mix of music. Listen to us with the RadioVegas.Rocks app available at the App Store.
Yeah.
And check out our VIP card, interact with us in our chat room, and scheduling of our RadioVegas.Rocks shows, plus podcasts. It's all available on RadioVegas.Rocks app.
Ooh, welcome back to Two Clueless Dudes with Mad Mike and the Hank. Hey, Kelly, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm just responding for her.
Let me get a story out for you. This is out of New York.
Nyanya?
If I can get it. Expressing concerns about contracting COVID-19 from the interactions, NYPD officer Bruce McLeod confirmed Thursday that he hoped a local teen was only coughing because he had only been choking him out. Oh God, please don't let him barely clinging to life cough and not a dry cough, said McLeod, explaining that he should have been following police protocol and donned a mask before forcibly cutting off the unarmed teen's airway with a nightstick.
It's true. You gotta follow those protocols.
That's what we always did. I promised my wife and kid that until this pandemic is behind us, I would just shoot teens from a safe distance, but unfortunately, I got carried away. Didn't even think twice about going in and suffocating him because it's such a habit to beat these kids to a pulp. And given that seven of us tackled him, it might as well mean we have all done it. At press time, McLeod slowly sang the alphabet song twice while watching the teen's blood off his hands. Yeah.
Yep. That hand blood, though.
That hand blood.
Yep.
I just got quips on that. That's my last quip.
Well, I mean, a lot of that is in reference to that ex-police officer and his son who killed the kid that was running, who was black. And some are trying to say that it, very racial and stuff, but I just think they were idiots. And they're being indicted for murder, actually.
Oh, man, I spaced on everything but someone getting blood in their hands. I didn't know there was anyone murdered or anything.
There really
that
was.
was way
yeah.
serious.
We're very serious. Doesn't Metro have a 6-foot shooting distance policy? Jeff asks. They may. I don't know.
What does that? You mean within 6 or without of 6? I don't understand the policy.
Probably 6 feet or greater.
So you have to run further away from someone?
Yeah.
Like
if you're within 4 feet,
you can't shoot then? You have to run away and then
run
shoot?
backwards and then shoot. Or maybe convince them to run. And then you could stay where you are.
Such better aim right there.
Well, 6 feet's considered like the danger zone, Maverick.
Yeah. Yeah, if someone's in my danger zone, it's
like especially if you're getting shot on a highway.
Right.
So you're on a highway to the danger zone.
Yeah. Can't underestimate that danger zone highway.
Okay, folks. I've got something that we're going to try, and we're going to try it for you on air because this was so weird and so just kooky.
There's a kooky food concept that's tradition.
I decided to save it and do it on air. So what I've got here, and I'm gonna let Waz put that up to the camera. These are Chips Ahoy cookies that are in combination. Wrong one.
It's okay.
Oh, they can see it on that one? Okay.
Yeah.
In combination with Sour Patch Kids. Now, I like Sour Patch Kids, and I love Chips Ahoy. I'm just not sure that I'm going to love Chips Ahoy Sour Patch Kids. But we're going to give them a shot.
Sour chocolate dough. It's got it all.
I like them. I'm actually kind of not.
Who likes a sour chocolate? I'm so stoked on this. I'm made
I don't
for
know.
adventure.
Oh my.
Oh, they look soft.
They look like
No,
fruit
they're
cakes.
crunchy.
Legit fruit cakes.
They're crunchy. Okay.
This looks amazing.
So it's not like the chewy ones. It's a crunchy one. What? You want another one?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna double up on it?
Yeah.
Here's the tasting sounds.
Here we go. Cheers. God, that's fucking weird, Brown.
Yeah, it's like fruit blasts and then dough and then gummy.
These wheels are really...
Oops, this one I meant.
And sour?
Sour?
Sour, yeah.
Yeah,
Sour?
it's like eating a cookie and then eating a gummy fella. It's kind of awesome.
You do this a lot. Where you make us eat weird stuff.
I'm known for it. Ask Jay.
And it kind of makes you want to smack your own nose, like you know you shouldn't be getting in that.
I used to have a segment called "Put That in Your Mouth."
You had to go international sometimes?
That's right. I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like prawn and red snapper crackers.
We've had some very strange things over the days. I used to make people do it blindfolded.
It's like octopus rice puffs.
And we told one of the guys who did it blindfolded, you know, he had to guess what it was. And it was a maraschino cherry covered in the syrup. And he thought it was a goat's eyeball.
Oh.
I was like, I'm not going to make you eat a goat eyeball. Come on, man.
Yeah, what sweet goat has been having all those sugar in its eyes? That's a diabetic goat.
All right. Banana scale.
I don't know. I need to test another one.
Okay.
It's almost like having fruity pebbles.
You know what? It's really bizarre.
I'm putting them on the banana scale. The banana scale, folks, for anybody who doesn't know, goes from 1 to 12.
Know, yes.
12 being the
12
best.
being the best bananas you've ever had, and 0 being the worst bananas you've ever had. I gotta say that's somewhere around a 4 bananas.
What? Hello?
This is incredibly not good.
What? Okay, how not good? Give us a
Your
give us a
bunnies
number.
would probably eat it.
Yeah. Duffman says, being a well-known fact that I will eat anything, and he will. That shit looks gross. Well, Jeff, you're right. It actually is gross. But I'm going to save you one so you can try one on Sunday.
There's not going to be one left.
Oh, man. I'm still eating it. I don't know why.
Well, I was going to say, what are you doing?
There's cookie, there's gummy. It's great.
You know, the cookie is actually pretty decent. The cookie's pretty decent. Because I'm a Chips Ahoy, I would like to consider myself a Chips Ahoy connoisseur. I'm more of the candy, the M&M. But that was, can I have another one?
Yeah. It's that Fruit Blast resets you for that cookie.
All right. Well, I'm not going to talk too much on the story, but I just wanted to say, as this isn't, like, talk about having to dig up names, celebrity names, to, like, come up with news. Leif Garrett disputes Rosie O'Donnell's crack pipe story. There's no reason to be nasty, man. Like, you're Leif Garrett. Like, nobody cares anymore. And you're Rosie O'Donnell. Also, nobody cares anymore.
Is this some story from when we were kids?
No, this is like now. Somebody dug this up now. Like, some news reporter was very desperate. That's all I'm saying. Very desperate.
Some obscure celeb polls.
Also, here's another interesting story. 79-year-old paralyzed mother pulled from grave alive 3 days after son buried her.
Whoa. That is an incomplete method of getting rid of a parent.
Right?
You can't bury them until you...
You gotta know they're dead, man. Poke them with a stick or something.
Yeah, touch their eyeball. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Touch their eyeball thing?
Yeah.
I always wake up when people touch my
You lick?
eyeball.
No, you lick the eyeball.
Yeah, that's more loving. If you
You
love
lick
it. You love lick.
Yeah. So,
you love
okay.
lick.
With coronavirus...
That colors. Look at the colors in this.
You'd rather take those Pakia chips? I'll have to find some more of those. So it's a hard times for a lot of folks right now because of the coronavirus. You
Yeah,
can't
it is.
work. It's hard to come up with money. Some people have gotten their unemployment. A lot of people still haven't. Some people haven't even gotten their
Trump check.
their stimulus check, right? So, or relief check. So this man here, desperate times call for desperate measures, or modern problems require modern solutions, right? So this was in Albuquerque, New Mexico. A New Mexico man is facing charges after police said he agreed to pay an undercover officer posing as a prostitute with a hamburger.
Yeah, I mean, when you don't have, you know, when a prostitute can't swipe a debit card, the only thing you left to do is buy her a Big Mac.
Dominic Calderon was arrested on Tuesday. According to the criminal complaint, the 36-year-old Calderon approached the undercover officer while, this is how you know he's the real deal, riding his bike, and asked her how much she charged. When Calderon said he didn't get paid until Friday, the officer said he could pay with his burger, and he agreed.
That's baloney.
So wouldn't that be like, isn't that baiting though?
Sounds like it. That sounds so lame.
So he was arrested and charged with patronizing prostitutes.
Because how do you value
not
that?
patronizing.
Burger?
Patronizing is different, right?
The burger has zero value after it's already been chomped on, so it's like you can't count that as currency.
Oh, and apparently he's already a registered sex offender.
Okay.
Well, that's good. That means he'll be in the system real easy. It was not known if he had an attorney, because nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
So what do you think about the whole UFO thing right now?
Okay, so here's the thing. If you listen to the briefing, they didn't say aliens exist. They said there are things in the air that we do not know what they are. So there is still a likelihood.
They
There's still a chance.
declassified
A lot of videos.
certain videos.
And there is still a chance that those could be they could be other governments, other private scientific enterprises, for all we know. Those could have just been like
SpaceX.
Really crazy flying drones. I mean, I don't know.
Totally.
But I do personally believe that aliens are a thing. I really do. I mean, it doesn't make sense to not. The odds are so great because the universe is so massive. There are trillions upon trillions, quadrillions of quadrillions of planets. And you're telling me this is the only one that's got any type of life? And we're all idiots?
Well, the only problem is the next one.
I gotta think there's got to be one where they're all smart.
We're bumping into other ones already. We're seeing them, but we're seeing them from so far away that we're seeing the light
from in the past.
Yeah,
right?
hundreds of thousands of years before they probably would have had their own Hitler or TV or whatever.
Right. Yeah, these places, they could already be showing Fraggle Rock right now. We don't know. We don't know how advanced some of these planets are. We don't. You know, the Fraggles could be a real thing on a planet somewhere. You know what I mean? And this could just be all these images and all these things that we create, that we make as science fiction, could be stuff that's teleported into your mind while you sleep.
I just think it's a little weird that
Fraggle
every U.S. military branch, specifically and
Tampons.
especially the Air Force,
That's how they're invented.
stated
aliens invented tampons.
That aliens and UFOs did not exist, and we had never found an alien, and we had never seen or found a UFO.
It might not have, though. That's the thing. It's hard for that stuff to get to us. It might be out there, but by the time it gets to us, it's like a long time from now.
It's been a long time. The Duffman says aliens do exist. I have it on good authority that Earth is an advanced race junior high schooler science project. He got a C+. That sounds about right.
Yes.
That's kind of how I feel about the human race in general.
Which is funny because you're talking about what the middle average is, it would be like a C, just statistically. So literally any race would have to be C if that's the average.
Yeah,
of
that's
the
the
whole,
average. Yeah. So they said, good dad.
Interesting.
Oh, so I didn't know this. So Sherry Lappin, the got a mama, she says that her father was a UFO scramble pilot. She says they do in fact know. That's what he did. He was in the military. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Hey.
That's something interesting.
Now, what exactly does that detail? Because
probably eggs, scrambled.
Over easy?
Well, no, it's just scramble it.
Because do you go with missiles and stuff like that? Because would you shoot this?
Well, you gotta figure.
You fly next to him and you try to get on radio.
This had to have been back in the day, so
I know you start with that. You start with trying to fly next to them and match their speed and then get them on radio.
Right. Yeah, that's
I think what you're supposed to do.
Right?
I think.
I don't know.
So authoritatively.
We didn't have that kind of authority on board ship in the Navy. We'd probably just shoot them down in the Navy.
Oh gosh.
Shoot them down. I shoot you down.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know.
Have you guys seen The Lighthouse yet?
What is that?
Okay, it's this black and
sex
white
move?
It's a black and white movie. It's relatively new and it's all square.
And they can't afford color?
No, it's not supposed to be. You can't feel the color in this forbidden island.
So it's a bunch of people renting a room?
It's Green Goblin, okay?
Okay.
All old and weathered is this old weathered sea captain.
Green Goblin, do you mean Willem Dafoe?
Boom.
Okay.
And this kid,
Love Willem Dafoe.
yeah, especially as a freaky old sailor, yelling and cussing about whales and stuff. It's so great.
Yes.
And then this young guy has to like stay at this lighthouse, and they have to put lamp oil in the lamp and
It
tend
puts
the
the
lamp
oil on its skin again.
Yeah, and they get crazy and sick and in the head and start drinking lamp oil and going nuts.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So is that the whole movie about just them going nuts?
Yeah, and it
Okay.
just escalates only. There's no like only escalation.
So she says that they used to fly rings around them and play with them, apparently.
I believe it because
Yeah.
the videos that
they're
they
the dolphins of the sky, bro.
they are,
They're
but
smarter than we are. They know it.
they're the Greys though. The reptilians, I bet, don't have that kind of attitude.
Well, the reptilians get smacked down like porpoises by the Greys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think,
Like dolphins.
I think the Greys are the in charge. If I had to put like an authoritative like figure to them, I
What
would
about
say
the green ones?
no. Nobody's actually
What if it's
ever
like Star
brought-
Trek? What if it's like Star Trek and your
Is it-
skin color
is-
is based off of your rank? And they're all
I
the
think
same
the
race?
reptilians are obviously in charge. The Greys are just.
But there are no greens.
So if there was a red one, they would be probably the newcomers, the ones that go out and die.
The red ones are natives.
Yeah.
No, that I would say
Maybe
those
the
are the
red
ones that
shirts.
you would say Invader. What's that movie? Invader of the
Invader Zim? Sorry.
Invaders of Mars
Invader
or
of
what?
the Body Snatch- Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks. Yeah, that's what I would envision the Reds.
All right. Well, let's
Royal.
let's switch it up a little bit. Let's get to some serious news. This is grave news.
Oh God.
And I apologize to anybody who are fans of said person, and I know I am. I think he's probably one of the greatest guitarists of all time. Some musicians rock too hard,
Oh man.
but Queen's Brian May gardened too hard.
What?
That's true. The lead guitarist announced he's been hospitalized after ripping the muscles in his glutes to shreds after working too furiously in his garden.
Bad ass.
He literally tore his ass.
Dang, Brian May.
Well, he also wakes up at the butt crack of dawn to pay his homage to all the frontliners, and he likes to give them the applause.
So he apparently put a video on Instagram.
He does it.
He does.
Nonstop. Every day.
Every day. So he posted a video on Instagram. As well as getting overstretched and harassed by too many demands, I managed to rip my gluteus maximus to shreds in a moment of over-enthusiastic gardening, he wrote. The guitarist added that he's still waiting to find out how serious the injury is, and he's in constant pain and needs help walking. I suddenly find myself in a hospital getting scanned to find out exactly how much ass damage. Okay, he's trying to assess his ass damage. Let's just call it what it is. It turns out that he did a thorough job. This was a couple of days ago. I won't be able to walk for a while or sleep without a lot of assistance because the pain is relentless. Thursday morning, May posted a couple of videos of himself playing guitar and talking about the UK's response to COVID, and said he is tired and he is in pain. He also looks like George Washington.
Oh yeah. He looks friendly.
He's got that white curly. He
Oh,
looks like a
yeah.
1700s judge, politician. I like how his Instagram thing is Brian May for real.
I actually follow him, Brian May, for real.
For real?
For real.
For real?
It's his Instagram.
She said, and she says the blue ones are the friendly ones, by the way. I am supposed to. Here it is, yeah.
The blue ones are gray.
Yes.
They're just getting less oxygen.
Doesn't he look like, this is exactly what I think George Washington would look like.
All right.
Or Mozart.
Yeah.
Beethoven.
He looks way more Beethoven, Mozarty.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, wish him a speedy recovery. Queen's Brian May. So, I guess with that, we'll get into, do you have something? You got something?
No.
Okay, well, then we'll get into another one. I'm going to stick to the UK,
Okay.
If that's okay with everyone.
Ugh.
UK.
We're going to stay in the uck.
You okay?
Cucumbers are in season. That's very true. Jeff's, here's probably what he was gardening.
Haven't a thought about the cukes.
So, a woman from Cockermouth is among 100 people who have signed up to take part in the Dorset Knob Eating Contest.
Oh.
So many layers in there.
How do you...
She will compete to devour as many knobs as possible in 1 minute during the contest. The goal is to gobble the most knobs, okay?
Yeah, I kind of figured that one.
Let's see here. So apparently...
But she's a knob gobbler.
So apparently a Dorset knob is a dry, savory biscuit made of bread dough. Sure it is. And the contest will be broken into 10 rounds, each featuring 10 contestants. So we're going to have a lady from Cockermouth gobbling knobs.
Oh my gosh.
You can't write this. You can't make this up.
You can't make it up.
You can't make this stuff up. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's a new search.
Alas, wild caught fish to your door. Well, they're not wild.
They were wild before they were caught being wild.
But that's like the difference between like getting like meteor insurance and then getting hit by a meteorite. Right? And then it's not covered.
Okay.
Because a meteor turns into a meteorite when it enters orbit.
Oh, I got you. It's a language thing.
Yeah.
I was so left behind with that.
That's interesting. Oh, video game news.
What's going on? Video
They
games.
released a trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6.
Really?
It's true.
I haven't seen it.
It's true, and I haven't seen it either. I know that it's out there. My guess is it's basically Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean...
With a little better graphics?
I hope so, because, look, Grand Theft Auto, if anybody's played it, and they've played it online...
I love it.
It's a fun game, but it is the most buggiest, most bogged down piece of shit ever to have been created. Some stuff doesn't work.
Yeah, he's right.
I mean, it's awful. You can't get... It's hard to get all the people together. I mean, they made it... But, of course, obviously it was one of the first to come around with that type of online experience, so I get it. It's old. So hopefully the Grand Theft V1 will be better. It looks good. I mean, it looks like it might be better, but, I mean, they're keeping a lot of the stuff very similar. It's going to be very similar.
Hardly any of this is gameplay footage. They've got so much promo graphics.
It's all promo graphics, so it's hard to say what it'll really look like. I'll be interested to watch the video later tonight, and then
until you see stuff fly through the air.
Post it on Two Clueless Dudes Facebook or something.
Yeah,
gotta see that.
We'll definitely get that out there to Two Clueless Dudes on Facebook.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have
the
to
real the real one, not the BS
Man, you
made
guys,
up.
Those cookies made me so sleepy.
Dude,
it's such a sugar crash. I gobbled all those cookies.
You were, at least they weren't knobs.
Yeah, man.
There's no contest for that right now.
Gobble those knobs, take those naps. Knob goblin naps.
So since we're on the video games, let's go into some more. This is about the Xbox Series X. So apparently, and this is very interesting. So Microsoft just launched the first real volley in the next-gen wars. And this is true. To cap off yesterday's impressive Xbox Series X games event, the hardware juggernaut announced that every iteration of their upcoming console will deter burglars. Burglar deterrent, folks, from your video game system. It will deter burglars by emitting a rotting crab smell at all times. Yeah.
It just always stinks.
That.
For any gamers worried that what would be keeping their gaming investment safe this holiday season, this is definitely going to be a huge selling point. If you're worried that somebody's going to break in your house and steal your gaming equipment, this is a huge, huge selling point. It is for me. In quotes, Microsoft is pouring everything we have into Xbox Series X, which is why I'm proud to reveal that the hardware has been expressly designed to ward away thieves by giving off the rancid, slightly sour stench of decomposing crab, said a visibly nauseated Xbox head Phil Spencer in a video announcement where he appears to be standing beside the hardware prototype, sending off a gray mist closely replicating closely replicating, the scent of decaying crustacean. Quote, it's a really terrible, half salty, half meaty smell that kind of like clings to the back of your throat, I guess. God, at first, it's similar to the scent of the ocean, but the more it gets into your clothes and carpet, the more you imagine the blackened, mushy crab meat that would have give off such stench. With all of those little parasites squirming inside, and you can think of all the hell that's going on in there and just gagging. Jesus Christ, he added before pausing the announcement to breathe deeply and dry heave. So there you have it, folks. Awesome. Keep your stuff safe.
I got stuff about gorillas. You want to hear about gorillas?
That's true. If you stole an Xbox from a Panda Express, would you even notice?
Do you guys remember when it did that with the
Or China
Nintendo?
a go-go.
The Nintendo cartridges for Switch are smelly, especially if you get them wet, or they taste gross. That's what it is. They don't smell.
I've never tasted my cartridges.
There was a big controversy when people discovered this a week or so after the Switch came out.
Really?
All the cartridges for the Switch they added a bad flavor to the plastic.
To keep kids from eating it?
More so for pets.
Oh.
But yeah, for kids too. Yeah.
Damn kids eating all their games.
But that's the thing too. The kids reported the flavor before their pets did.
Yeah, right. It's right.
I put the games immediately in my mouth.
Suspiciously.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
No one steals your system as quickly if you bang it up and scuff it up and take a knife to it right away.
That's true.
When it's new.
You all remember blowing in the cartridges, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
and then putting it in, hoping it starts.
Wishing, begging.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
it's
do that with my charge
it's
port on my
Mike,
phone.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and that's all you want to do is play a little bit of Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Super RC Pro AM. Not to bring it back to RC cars, but that game was great, right?
Yeah, I used to love that game.
Yeah, it was so addictive.
Yeah. And I remember when the SNES came out, and that was the first iteration of Mario Kart.
Oh yeah.
And it was a bomb. And and then the very last series for the regular Nintendo was Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yes.
And that was awesome. So some of those old
Way
games
ahead
are
of its
great.
time.
Way
Barely
ahead.
could handle that game. It was amazing.
It's true. It's true.
It's so much like Mario World.
Yeah. Yeah. I what's the new one? Mario Galaxy or something? I own one of them, but you play like the hat sometimes, and it's kind of weird. I don't like it.
Next time you play Mario 3, pay attention to the far right side of the screen.
Okay.
You can actually see the background get drawn in 2 layers.
Really?
Because they ran out of memory to draw the background all at once.
No way.
So they have to split it. Yeah. So there's like a glitch on the far right as you move forward that you never notice.
What?
No
Until
kidding.
someone points it out. Yeah. Now you can't not see it. Oh, it's only on Mario Brothers 3 too, because that game is so big.
No doubt.
Big in memory, like they ran out of space repeatedly on it. There's so
So
much there.
I'm curious, who isn't stuck at home anymore? Who is free-ish from this COVID-19? What states are out there listening? Are you still stuck at home? Are you still with the stay-at-home order? Are you free to go to the gym? Are you going to the gym?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of places have opened. I know we didn't open them here.
Yeah, we're
for
still at
good
a
reason.
we're still at a stay-at-home order in Nevada.
Well, actually,
but I know,
what day is this? It's till tomorrow.
I know Missouri has opened up, so I know we got people from Missouri listening.
Missouri.
You know, what's up? What's going on in Missouri? What's popping?
What's poppin'?
What have you been eating in your pandy? What's your pandy food, everybody? What are you
yeah,
stocking up
what's
for the
your
pandy?
So Panda Express, because
Your pandy go-to. You get panda for the pandy?
So Panda Express is really salty.
Yeah.
It's super salty, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can't eat that much because my lips start to pucker.
I like salt the way you like sugar. I get so excited about salt.
Yes. I mean, I love salt too, but I can only take so much. But I got to do the chow mein.
Ohio's opening, beautiful.
Okay.
And I've got to.
I actually think chow mein's too salty.
Really? And I love the orange chicken, the OJ chicken.
Oh yeah.
I like their
Beijing
orange
beef.
chicken.
The
I like
Asian-
their mandarin.
Beef and broccoli or whatever.
Beijing beef. That's
Oh,
the
beef and
crispier
broccoli.
one.
No,
No, Beijing beef's the breaded one.
I like the black pepper chicken.
I like beef and
That's too
broccoli
spicy.
Black pepper chicken.
It's
Yeah,
alright.
I can't do it.
I like it.
What?
Like, you know.
I like to
I know
taste
my wife likes the
toothpick.
cream cheese rangoons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do those.
You do them?
Oh, yeah, I
well,
do
you should
it.
probably eat them.
Whatever.
You get a lot more sustenance.
You just get a little of your own sauce on it, and then you have a Rangoon.
She says, beauty shops open the 15th. So need a haircut. So do we.
Yeah.
It's out of control.
Yeah, the back part of my head has got a ton of hair.
I mean, it's out of control here. Ooh, Xbox with fish sauce. Mmm. Might get your wish.
That's
Might
a fun
get your wish.
combination of words.
So we're gonna go ahead and it's time to pay some bills. This is our last one, I promise, folks. So just stick with us if you're with us, and then when we
And if
get
you're
back,
not with us, don't worry about it.
we'll be right back.
You don't even know.
But we got to pay our sponsors. They keep the lights on and support us here at Radio Vegas Rocks. Peace.
Listen up. The soap you shower with, it's you probably haven't even questioned what bar soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap.
To subscribe to Dr. Squatch, visit RadioVegas.rocks and click on the banner.
Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper. Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men.
Your new favorite internet radio station, RadioVegas.rocks.
Welcome back to Two Clueless Dudes with Mad Mike and the Hank, and our producer was.
So Ronnie chimes in. Ronnie Baker chimes in. Workers at SEMO University. Was that similar to Sumo, but not quite as big?
Southeast Missouri State University.
Oh, gotcha. We'll be reporting back to work on the 18th of May. We are able to abide by social distancing rules while at work. Yeah, you know what? This is the thing. At this point, we've done everything we can to flatten this curve.
Yeah.
We don't want to destroy people's lives that they've spent their whole life working. So at this point, I think it's important. I believe, and I'm not saying this is the correct point of view. This is just my point of view. That I believe it is time for us to start opening things up. Obviously, you want to be careful, but just use common sense. Understand the social distancing rules.
Wash your
understand the
hands.
guidelines. Wash your hands. Wash
Be
your
an
butts.
adult.
You're right. Be an adult. Don't throw your gloves on the street. Throw your goddamn garbage away.
People are going to throw their garbage in the road, and people are going to spit at each other in the street still, but like that's always going to be the minority. So I feel like I'm with you that we need to trust people. That most people do the right thing, and that'll flatten it enough.
Exactly.
And if they want people to wear masks, that's fantastic. Let's wear the masks and open this bitch up.
Do what we got to do. I'm willing to do whatever we got to do.
Let's do
but
it.
I believe, I've got a lot of friends, especially a lot of entertainers, especially with RadioVegas.rocks. There are a lot of entertainers who right now are, I mean, you live job to job, gig to gig.
Yeah,
right?
gig to gig.
And right now, they're no giggity.
Yeah,
About
no
to
doubt.
back it up. So, no giggity. And so I think things got to open up, man.
I
think
agree.
it's time.
Everything's got to open up.
And I understand that like casinos and things may be, a little bit later. They may come a little bit later.
That's
It's going to be a little more difficult, but
yeah, that's going to be something that comes along later.
But
That's not
I
going to be
trust-
something that comes, right away.
Well, I don't say I trust, but I would believe it would be in those casino entities' best interest to create their own set of safe standards, and to open up, at their leisure.
Well, I've seen comments. They're gonna be doing.
Boulder Highway has been paved with latex.
Temperatures.
I believe that.
Temperature checks, and what happens if you're over the temperature? Do you grab that person and call the cops?
No, you're just
Do
going
you
to
call-
not be let into a building.
Yeah.
There's going to be so much places you can't go.
I think
if
they're
you're a
just
little
going to be allowed.
feverish.
Right, but
they're going to be like, no, I don't want no scrubs. See, we're bringing it back, folks. We're bringing it back.
I don't know.
So we just ate something very weird, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they were
Fight
Chips
me.
Ahoy Sour Patch Kids, right?
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids in Chips Ahoy crackers.
So I
Oh,
wanted to
man,
point
what a
this
sugar
other one out
crash.
now. Pillsbury
Oh, man.
has cookies you bake at home, the self-baked cookies.
You're supposed
that
to
are
bake those?
Lucky Charms.
What?
I'm not a big cereal.
Bro, it's Lucky Charms.
Yeah, cereal don't do much for me.
It's the marshy dog.
I like.
What, you don't like marshmallows?
Not really. I'm not a big marshmallow fan. Ever since I saw the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man be mean to the Ghostbusters. I've always had a problem.
When I came home from elementary school,
yeah,
my mom would give me a giant spoonful of marshmallow whip, and I would watch. I would sit down, whip, and I would watch. Pee-wee's Great Adventure.
Oh, I love that movie.
Movie's amazing.
Tim Burton.
Yes,
Yeah.
right? A lot of people don't realize
I
that
know,
was a Tim Burton.
That's Tim Burton's masterpiece.
Honestly,
movie.
it's one of his best movies ever made.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You think so?
Some
It's
people
so
say,
good.
yeah. I like it more than Edward
So good.
Scissorhands.
It's rewatchable too.
It's right there with Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, oh, easily.
Batman is good, but Pee-wee's Great Adventure, I'm telling you, it's where it's at, especially if you were a kid.
Yeah.
And it actually still holds up.
You watched it as a kid, but it's still dark in a weird way.
It's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of it's dark and
it's creepy.
It's creepy, and you just get into it, right?
Oh yeah.
That was my movie, man. That and Gremlins.
Nice.
No.
Those were my
Gremlins
childhood.
is hard to
not
rewatch.
accept.
Gremlins doesn't hold up.
Right? Those do sound good, right?
Gremlins
Jeff?
were tough.
Have you tried to rewatch Gremlins as an adult?
Gremlins. See, when did Gremlins
It's
come out?
hard. It is so cheesy.
I must have been like 2
Oh yeah.
or 3 when the movie came out.
For sure.
So I remember, because I mean, as a kid, you're a little bastard. You don't listen to what your parents tell you.
You're a little
So
bastard.
you don't. I'm supposed to be in bed, but instead, I don't want to go to bed yet. So I'm sitting at the top of the steps watching this movie.
VHS.
I think it was on television at the time.
Okay.
But instead of going downstairs and sitting on the couch with my dad, I decided just to watch it up on the steps. And damn it, if I didn't have just the worst nightmares about Gremlins in my life.
Oh man.
Life-changing.
Mm-hmm.
Life-changing.
Don't rewatch it.
So, let's move from that type of genre. You know, we've talked about movies that heavily influenced us that we really loved as kids. Now this is a question I asked some of my friends on Facebook to give me their top 3, bands that they listened to in high school. Right?
Love Back to the Future. Great choice.
Gremlins, Back to the Future, fantastic. Oh, they had the same inner city sets. That's funny. That's awesome. If that's true, that is awesome. But because let's be honest, that's usually when you're in high school. That's usually like when your music defines you, right?
It evolved a lot in those 4 years too. So I'd have to say it's different for each of the 4 years.
Well, so give me. But what kicked it off? What did you hear? What was the first thing that you heard that you said? Yes.
Like the first thing that made me choose a CD that wasn't already something that my parents liked.
Exactly.
Like one of my own decisions.
Your own decision. You said, you know what? This is for me.
My first own decision was Pearl Jam. It was right when Yield came out.
Yield. Oh wow. So not even 10.
No. 10 is the first one. Yield is the 5th Pearl Jam album.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So you weren't even in on the ground floor in Pearl Jam.
Oh no, they had 4 albums by the time I discovered it.
Wow, but Yield.
I couldn't tell Pearl Jam and STP apart on the radio.
Which one was Yield? Did that have Yellow Ledbetter on it?
Yield had Given to Fly.
Okay.
And Do the Evolution.
You're gonna laugh.
Okay.
Chronic, Dr. Dre. That was my very first
Solid.
CD.
That's cool. That's a cool one.
Dr. Dre Chronic. That was the first thing you heard that you said,
I have to
this
buy
is my shit.
I need this.
Yes.
I have to buy this. My first, my very first cassette I ever purchased on my own was 16 Stone by Bush. Or 16 Stone Bush, yeah. It's their first album, their debut album, I guess.
Their debut album.
See, I'd bought CDs before this, a couple, but it was stuff that my parents liked because we were sharing.
Did you
like,
ever
my
have
folks
a
were
cassette?
sharing. Yeah, as a kid. We didn't get a CD player until I was like middle school, I think.
Yeah,
it was like
I
when they
didn't
were
get
$100.
I got one when I was like 16. I got my first 15 maybe. I got a CD player. Oh, and do you remember
the Walkman?
Like when you could get it? Yeah.
Yeah,
and
we
you could
waited
get it with
a long time.
You can get it with like 8-second skip protection. And you were like, whoa!
It was just before skip protection. I did get one before skip protection came out.
And then skip protection came in, and you're like, this blows my mind.
My dad was
it's a game changer.
Certain. He was dead certain that CDs were going to get replaced by mini discs. So he didn't want to invest in CDs or get a CD player. He's like, the moment we get them, it's going to be all mini discs. We're going to have to get all mini discs.
He got laser disced. Bro.
Oh.
He got Betamax.
No, he didn't. He
did
waited.
you know about Laserdisc?
Yeah, the Laserdisc and Betamax was the same company, in fact.
It's really funny because my dad.
Oh no, I don't. Actually, I take that back.
They were both
it was
a consortium.
Betamax and the. Do you remember the HD DVD and then the Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Basically the same technology.
It was a similar war.
Sony versus Panasonic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My dad had a laser disc. It was. We had what was it?
And we didn't have everything.
Terminator 2. Such a good movie. Even to this day.
I knew that had a laser disc was Sherry Lappin, and she would put on. They had this. I remember their room. I was a kid, but it had this big TV and these awesome sound speakers, and they would play Last of the Mohicans. Boy, that movie's intense for
Crisp
like.
Mohicans.
That's an intense movie for a 12-year-old. Let me tell you. I was like, damn.
We had a laser disc in school though, in my Richley, California elementary school. There'd be like a laser disc that you'd like go to a certain track for like a little educational flick or something.
Oh,
there was a spat of that for like a year or two.
So this was the actual question. What were your what were your 5 most listened to bands or artists
throughout high school? Like who'd you really
school.
stick with for that?
Yeah.
Soundgarden was another one.
Soundgarden. So
Major.
you can stick with Pearl Jam, Soundgarden.
Yeah, those were solid.
What else?
STP was another one.
Stip.
Yeah.
You're into the grunge scene.
Hard.
You fell right into
it. But
I'm right there with you.
Because like it's not the early grunge that was like the founders.
No.
I came in. Kurt Cobain already died.
Yeah.
But it's not the late grunge
You're
like
in that
Creed or anything
alternative.
either.
You're in that alternative grunge. That's the scene you're in. You're in that alternative grunge.
I was in that new metal though too. I totally listened to Korn.
Okay,
the
so
first
that
two Korn
Korn.
albums.
So would you say Korn is one of your tops?
They're on there. Yeah.
Okay, so Korn. So you got STP, Soundgarden.
They don't hold up the same way.
Korn, Pearl Jam. You got one more.
Oh, we get 5? Hell
5.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Who's at number 5?
I really stuck with some parent ones though, like Yes. I just always loved, even though it was something my
Duster
folks
says
did.
the first album he bought for himself was Styx.
Hell yeah.
Renegade in 1978 or 79 because he's old.
Yeah, Renegading it. Styx is so awesome.
Yeah, you can't go
thing
wrong
is,
with
like,
Styx.
People that age had such sick music. Like my parents had such good music that I was so late to rebel.
The older I get, the absolute more I realize how incredible Elvis Presley was.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what he was able to do and how long he did it for is almost mind-boggling. And I, to this day, believe the greatest artist of the modern era, to me, is Billy Joel. You gotta understand, he's been in the top 10 of record sales for over 30 fucking years.
Those hooks, though, he
did it longer
hooks.
than the Beatles. He did it longer than Elvis. He did it longer than Queen. This man, I mean, he was never, I think maybe he got number 1 for like a week or two, but he consistently stayed in the top 10 for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive, right?
He'll write such good lyrics that he doesn't even have to like sing them. He'll just
No.
like spit part of it out, and you'll be like, oh, that's so hooky.
That's tight.
You gotta cross a goal.
Pink Floyd, Ozzy Osbourne, Styx, Dire Straits, yeah, and Rush.
So
Rush!
I could never do Rush, dude.
Who do you think
Rush.
would be mine?
You just gotta find your Rush songs.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is.
There's like, you gotta
Because there
find
are
your
some that
pieces.
are pretty cool. but-
Yeah.
You know me fairly well. What do you think?
Shine Down,
Oh,
Volbeat
gosh.
and Shine Down.
No.
Godsmack.
So
And Dr. Dre. And Shine Down.
Bush was my very first concert. So once I went to them with
Which
my aunt.
album though?
16 Stone.
You got it on the ground floor. Nice.
Oh, gee. I was a Razorblade Suitcase pusher.
Oh,
So my aunt
I
and
think
I
it's one of their
went.
best albums ever made.
Right? So
I
emotional.
fucking love that.
My aunt and I went to Carbondale, Illinois, to watch the Bush concert. So after that, I fell in love. So you got Bush,
Fell in love with Bush.
Metallica,
Tool.
the Black Album
Uh-huh.
specifically.
Tool.
And then I'm gonna change it. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and probably Warren G.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember Warren G.
Those are 3 that like I had discovered hella late.
Yeah.
So didn't have those kind of cool friends till way later.
So,
Matter of fact, it's pretty funny because if you get me at the right time and date, I can spit some rhyme for a white
these
boy.
these were mine that I kind of established. So Bush, obviously, I had all of their albums.
Oh, yeah.
I still to this day have every single one of their albums. Every single one.
Oh yeah, I knew you were a bushwhacker from a while back.
My next one is one that people think disappeared off the face of the earth, but they still make music, and I still buy their albums. Orgy.
Oh, okay.
I was Candy Ass came out, and I loved it. And then when they came out with digital Digital Transmission, or Digital Transmission, I think is what it's called. Dreams in Digital. That album was so amazing to me. And if you really listen to it, if you really take the time to listen to it, it's actually like really well done.
I didn't give the album a chance. It's a shame.
Yeah, and you know,
I just heard
they're still making money.
Whatever. That's cool.
Money. They're still making music.
Deftones is too. That's one that like.
Check out their newest single, Toxic.
Huh.
Talck sick.
We got about 5 more minutes.
Oh, dang.
So if there's anybody out there that would like to share with us
type
the
it in.
5 bands that they listened to growing up,